Day one of free agency. Again, those past 2 days were tampering, and the Dolphins made some moves. We'll talk about it. What is up, Fin fans? Yes, Miami Dolphins actually did make some moves. So I'm going to talk about those two moves in specific. There's some other moves made around the NFL that I'm going to talk about as well because what? Before we jump into that, I have to shout out a new patron and Royal Castano. Hope I said your name right, brother. I do apologize if I mispronounce your name. If you guys want to become a patron, link below. If you want to become a member, right next to the subscribe button, hit that join button. Also, I have to shout out somebody on Twitter. If you notice that on my thumbnails, I have the free agents in Dolphin uniforms. That is a big thank you to @416J. That is his Twitter tag. Go follow him. He does the jersey swaps, and he's nice enough to let me use them in my thumbnails, and they are fantastic. So thank you so much, Jay, for the support there. Also, I haven't talked about these guys in a hot minute, but being that free agency is starting and being that teams are starting to move around, be sure to check out Backroom Collections. A ton of great artwork. And it doesn't just have to be Dolphins. It could be any NFL team. It could be any sport, any player you want. Go check them out. Use the promo code DDW. You get yourself 10% off. So backroomcollections.net. So let's jump into this and let's talk about what the Dolphins did. And then, comment of the day again. I read all you guys' comments below. I love it. Even if you hate me or you love me, I still read your comments and I appreciate everything you guys say. And I'm going to talk about what a lot of people are worried about, especially in the comment section and on Twitter. But first thing that happened today, again, it was very quiet. Dolphins haven't cut anybody yet. I don't know why. I don't know what they're doing. I have no sources. I have no sources on the inside. I know of people who have sources on the inside, so I ask them questions. But I haven't, personally, I'm not talking to anybody that has sources on the inside that can tell me what's going on. But the Dolphins signed fullback Alec Ingold, and I love this signing. He was from the Raiders, 25 years old. They signed him to a 2-year, $7.5 million contract. Again, I will check, but I still don't think I have all the contract breakdowns yet of everyone that we've signed, which I don't understand why. But I absolutely love the signing of this fullback. If you guys haven't yet, let me see if they haven't updated it. If you haven't, go follow me on Twitter. And I retweeted a ton of his highlights. I'll try to pop a few up for you guys who are like, no, I'm not going to Twitter, Doug, screw you. The man's great at run blocking. I'll give you his PFF scores and everything like that. Great at catching out of the backfield, all that good stuff. Absolutely fantastic. Love the signing of this fullback. Juszczyk came out and tweeted about him and saying that the Dolphins are going to go 16-1. Obviously, we're playing the 49ers and all that stuff. Love it, right? He's 6'1", 242 pounds. He's a big man. His PFF grade for run blocking is a 71.3. His PFF grade for pass blocking is a 79.1. He's going to help this run game. And not only that, third downs where we would keep Patrick Laird in to help, give us some pass protection, he's probably going to be back there helping as well. Because he also can catch out of the backfield. He's jumping over defenders, running through defenders. Really like the signing here of Alec Ingold. Then just recently, I think about an hour ago, the Dolphins go out and they sign running back Raheem Mostert, which I kind of said they were going to do in free agency. So I got two right in Teddy Bridgewater and now Mostert. So not too bad. They signed him 1 year up to $3.1 million. So it's not $3.1 million, it's up to. So with incentives and playtime and all that stuff, he could get up to that amount. Again, he's not on the field as much, but when he is, he's super productive. He has a 5.7 yards per carry. If you look at the top three running backs from last year, Taylor had a 5.5 yards per carry, Chubb had a 5.5 yards per carry, and Mixon had a 4.1 yards per carry. So when he gets the ball in his hands, he is super, super dangerous. We have a nice backfield now, with Chase Edmonds, Now him, Myles Gaskin, if they can bring back, Duke or Philip Lindsay, I'd be happy with that. And then draft a running back. I'll let you know when I start talking about the top 5 running backs, which is going to start next week. Just so you know, my prospect breakdown's probably going to start next week. But that's all that happened today for the Dolphins, right? Everyone wants them to make the moves for the offensive linemen, make a move for the guys up front, do something. And they're quiet. The Dolphins have been eerily quiet. Why? I don't know, right? And I'll talk more. I'll talk more about that in comment of the day, because that's a lot of the things that I keep hearing from you guys. Just to give you guys an update on the cap now, they're at $24.7 million. Still haven't cut anybody. So again, let me real quick put the cuts in that I would want to happen, and I'll tell you where they'll be at if they make the cuts. So if they cut Eric Rowe, if they cut Jesse Davis, if they cut Alan Hearns, Clayton Fedulum, Sathan Carter, because you brought in these fullbacks. You don't really need Sathan Carter anymore. Adam Shaheen, Austin Cooper just got released as well, so I wouldn't be upset with bringing in Austin Cooper to be in that whole situation. If you cut those guys, so essentially Eric Rowe, Jesse Davis, Alan Hearns, Clayton Fedulum, Sathan Carter, Adam Shaheen, and Greg Little, we go from having $24 million in cap space up to $38 million in cap space, and that would essentially, at $38 million, put us. $38 million put us fourth in cap space, right between the Seahawks and the Jets. So they haven't made any cuts yet. Why? I don't know. Beats me. Again, I can't tell you why they aren't doing anything. Some other news around the NFL though. Von Miller signs a 6-year, $120 million contract with the Buffalo Bills. Now, I'm hearing that the first 2 years are pretty much, where you should be looking, but he's 32 years old. Why are you signing a 6-year contract? So you're ending your career in Buffalo, essentially, is what you're telling me. If you're signing a 6-year contract and you're at the age of 32, Matt Collins, unfortunately, goes to the Raiders. I'm not happy that they decided to bring back Preston Williams over Matt Collins. I don't understand that logic there, but they brought back Preston Williams and they let Matt Collins go to the Raiders. Really, really sucks there. And Deshaun Watson today finally met with the Falcons, and supposedly he was wooed by all 4 teams. So he's having a hard time making his decision. A lot of people were saying, it's going to happen today. It's going to happen today. And supposedly Deshaun Watson is going to take a bit to make the decision. I wouldn't be surprised if another team pops in and tries to, at the last minute, grab him. Not saying the Dolphins, so don't be like, it's the Dolphins! Or, Doug, why you go to the Dolphins too? I'm not saying that, but I wouldn't be surprised if a team pops up and tries to take him, especially Baker and the Browns. That's a huge divorce there. So that's pretty much what I got for you today. Again, we bring in Alec, Ingold, and Raheem Mostert. And I'll get, it's a comment of the day, right? A lot of us wanted, especially with Von Miller going to the Buffalo Bills, and you're seeing a lot of what the Chargers doing. J.C. Jackson, they trade for Khalil Mack. You see Yannick Ngakoue get traded to the Colts, and then Chandler Jones signs with the Raiders, and you're seeing a lot of teams make these moves, and you're seeing the Dolphins sit back and not make these moves, right? So far, Alec Ingold, Raheem Mostert, Connor Williams, Cedric Wilson, and Chase Edmonds, and Teddy Bridgewater, Keon Cross are signings. Solid, right? They're solid signings, and are definitely going to help the team, but they're not what we need. Now, you have La'el Collins still out there, and supposedly the Dolphins are in talk with trying to pull off a trade with the Cowboys to get La'el Collins. For how much or whatever, I don't know, but supposedly that's a thing. You have Armstead, right, who some people think are waiting for Deshaun Watson to make his decision if he's going to stay with the Saints or whatever. But he's now officially a free agent. So it's not like, there's any connection with him and the Saints. He's officially a free agent now. There's dominoes that need to fall. I'm also hearing that Allen Robinson is sitting pat because he thinks he deserves the same amount of money as, let me, I don't want to say the wrong receiver's name. He deserves the same amount as money as Christian Kirk, who got a ridiculous amount of money, right? That's what I'm hearing as well, that Allen Robinson thinks he deserves the same amount of money when he doesn't, right? And same thing with some of these running backs that they think that they deserve, big money. And some of them don't, right? You got Melvin Gordon still out there. There's some good running backs still out there. So that it seems like that's what's holding this up, right? Because normally around this time, there's a lot of movement. A lot of guys are visiting here and visiting there. Like I know Jarvis Landry is visiting the Falcons, and you got a lot of guys visiting places. But the big name tackles and the big name center like Treader that I want are it seems like they're hunkering down and waiting for something to happen. So, I'm not panicking. It'll get to a point when I start to panic. Because you remember last year, I was like, we'll see. Let's see how this pans out. We'll see how this pans out. And then I'm like, you didn't do anything. We got worse. So as of right now, I'm not panicking. We all are used to the big splashes the first day of free agency, the big splashes of the first day of tampering. But the only big splashes really have been quarterback trades. Like I would even say Khalil Mack was that big of a splash. Even, the freaking Von Miller, 6 years, $120 million is ridiculous. But see what I'm saying? Like, it's been a quiet free agency for the most part. Normally more has happened. So I don't know what the Dolphins are doing. I'm not going to sit here and try to make you feel better. I'm not going to sit here and try to say they suck. I'm not going to sit here and try to come up with any type of, rhetoric. Because I don't know what they're doing. They could be, they could have gave Armstead a contract and said, this is what we'll give you. Come here. And he's like, that's a good amount of money. I'm waiting, though. I want to see what happens with whatever. They could be talking to the Cowboys. Hey, Cowboys, we'll give you a third and a fifth for La'el Collins. The Cowboys are like, all right, we'll wait on this, or we'll see. Because the Cowboys haven't cut him either. So if they haven't cut him, then obviously multiple teams are in talks with trying to get La'el Collins. Something's happening behind the scenes, through the GMs, and that we don't know. So we can't sit here and say we suck, we're not aggressive, we're not doing this, we're not doing that, because we don't know anything. So when news breaks and stuff, because let me refresh my Twitter, see if any news broke or anything. I'm not going to assume, because we all know what happens when you assume. And if you don't know that saying, look it up. But I like what they did today. It's two moves. Alec Ingold, I think, is going to be super important to our run game and even the pass game. I really like that signing, and Raheem Mostert, like that move as well. Draft the running back, maybe bring back Phillip Lindsay or Duke Johnson. I think our run game is, or our backfield is actually pretty decent. So comment below. Let me know what you guys think. Are you freaking out? Do you think they should do more? Or are you in the same boat as me that you don't know yet, so you're indifferent? Comment below. And if news breaks, like I said, I always straight from the phone video. So while I'm editing this or whatever, if news breaks, I'll upload this video and then I'll make another video talking about whatever news broke. But other than that, guys, I will see you in the next video. When that will be, I don't know. I'll see you in the next video. But like usual, stay classy. It ends up.